All right. Hey, everyone. Vincent Nguyen here for Tipline. Welcome to our live stream today to discuss more stock charts and whatnot. So really quickly, before I jump into the stream, I lost a bet to a witty, cute, funny individual named Zoe Ella. At Zoe Ella, you'll see the account here on YouTube. She was first. We had a friendly bet to see who would get to 50 subscribers first, and apparently she won. And this shout out to Zoe Ella is a little overdue, so I wanted to get this out there for her. She beat me fair and square, and I believe at the time when she clicked over to 50 subscribers, I was sitting at about 37, and now she's approaching 80, and I'm still hovering around 50. So come on, guys, jump in, help me out here. All right, so Zoe Ella, congratulations on the win. Okay, all right, let's switch over to the chart. But before I do that, give me just a second here. I need to bring up Chrome to see what's going on here with the chat. Give me just a second here. Where are you at? Let's see. Okay, hang on, guys. Give me just a second. Okay, where's my Chrome? How's everyone doing today? Is the market treating you well? Are you guys surviving? It's a rough week. It's a rough week if you're trading meme stocks such as AMC, because from what I'm seeing, I just avoided pre-market today. It looks like it's getting beat up again, and it's definitely not new. This is something that anyone and everyone who's... It's a rough week if you're trading meme stocks. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm still just getting the hang of this whole streaming thing. Hey, good morning, Joe. Good morning. Let's wait for a few more people to come on. I know there are some requests for some charts. Some charts to be analyzed today. We'll do that. We'll quickly go through that. Let's see here. Okay, by the way, I got a new plant that popped into the office yesterday, just to liven things up a little bit. Okay, let's see, do we have a few people on? Okay. Couple. Hey, that's a huge improvement from 0 viewer to 2. Okay. Yeah, it shows you, there's a separate tab for live that you have to go to on the Tipline channel. So okay, so I know there was one request to look at FNGR first. I'm going to switch over to the chart here. By the way, I'm trying to figure out why there's this white band above and below the stream here. The streaming software, I'm still getting used to it, still learning it, so there's a lot of features and settings that I'm still going through. Okay, so let's jump into FNGR really quickly and see what it's doing. Okay, I want to make sure we have the resolution set properly here. It's still really high on this display. I've been told that it's hard for you guys to see the numbers and the chart, so we'll do that. All right, hey, 607. This one's for Kim. Kim is one of our member, and she asked me last night to take a look at what's happening. Hey, before we get started, I am not a financial advisor, so please do not take what I share here as financial advice. Make sure you do your own DD and TA. In order to do that, you're gonna have to learn somewhere how to do your own TA. I'm hoping that you would join our community here on Tipline so that you can learn how to do your own TA and make your own decisions on what is the best entry, exit, whether you should hold, and all that good stuff. Hey, AM. I like that you changed your name. Yeah, it was so long. There's like 3 names combined into your YouTube account. So, but yeah, all right, let's jump in. Okay, FNGR. What is it doing? I'm just going to start off like I normally do with the 1-day overview. It looks like it's been trading in this I guess this rectangle here for a while, since it's just been bouncing up and down since, oh my gosh, April 22nd of 2021, and it's just bouncing around, right? So right now, I like to look at where things are and things might be heading. The cycle right now is 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 is here. So 5 is at the peak. That you can count on the fact that this is the top of this cycle. This is going to be the high, 715. Finger must break above this high in order to continue growing higher. Okay, finger needs to do this. It needs to break even a couple pennies above, come back down and test a high, consolidate, and then go. That is, to me, a very bullish scenario. Okay, so that's one scenario. So where is it at right now? It has retraced, let me see something real quick here. It has retraced B to C. So that's about a 36% retracement from the top, swing high of A to B, B to C. If you saw this here, this chart right here, I drew this as being a potential bottom, 374. Probably a week ago for FNGR, and it nailed it at the low of, let's see, the low of 396. So my prediction for finger was 369. So that said, I was off by, let's see, by about 6%. I mean, that's not bad when you're predicting a drop from when it was up here at $6 or even at $5.89. I was off by 6% margin. Not terrible. So my thinking is, now that that finger is trading, I mean, it's extremely bullish. Look how flat. When I examine the stock, I always look to see what the 200 SMA is doing on the 1-day chart. And right now, what you're seeing is a flat 200. That tells me that the stock is bullish, it's stable, it's pushing the price action upward. And when the algorithm sees that the trading activity is above the 200, it tells the algorithm that, hey, this is not a good stock to be shorting right now. So yeah, you can go in, do your intraday, do your swing, whatever you want to do, but just don't go all in on shorting FNGR. And then to add to that, it's the price action is sitting about the 50. It had to cross over the golden cross. In fact, August 1st of 23, right here. This is the golden cross. This is where the 50 SMA crosses above the 200-day moving average. That is extremely, extremely bullish right here. This is where it happened. Okay. So after that, you saw price stable out. Like, it started hovering. It started stabling in this range right here. Okay. So what are we looking at? Price always tends to move upward near when price clusters between the 3, 8, 20, and 50. And then look what happened. It started going up. Right now, it's doing a little bit of consolidation at the 3 EMA and then the 8 EMA, which is the green line here. So there's a chance that price could retrace within this week or early next week down and touch the 8 EMA. That's about an 8% retracement before pulling the 20 SMA up and then continue its way up to at least $7.16, which is where the recent high is. and then it'll probably test in this range again. So right now, my rule of thumb is if I'm in this stock and my entry is a great entry, anywhere between $4 to $5, I'm just gonna hang tight and see what happens. It is a bullish play right now, so there's no point in looking to exit. I mean, you may want to scale out and recoup some of your cost of entry, but as long as price remains above, or at least price closes above the 8 EMA, I definitely want to continue to stay in and see what happens. Hey Niam, welcome to the stream. Market should be open right now. So that is a quick look at FNGR. Oh wow, yeah, this is not good. Let me jump over to AMC really quick. It opened up and just, it's basically 78 cents right now. We have a we do have a bullish pattern. I mean, that doesn't sound very good. That's actually an oxymoron, considering how terrible AMC has been just beat down. But when there's a pattern in place, it gives me a sense of what the algorithm is at least trying to do. On the day chart, I know that they completed this pattern. It started back in 8:30. So they knew, at least in my opinion, they knew what they were doing and what they wanted to accomplish. They wanted to nail AMC down to $8.47, and it terminated here on the 6th, which was yesterday. And guess what? That was the day that sadly the 40 million share offering came out, and look what happened. You had this massive knife down. So now what happens? I look at a 30 candle, which puts it right at in 2 days, actually tomorrow, 30 candles by tomorrow. By tomorrow, we should see some sort of a quick reaction up, and if we don't, this bullish pattern is essentially invalidated. I mean, we should see some sort of a bullish pattern, bullish movement up back to target 1 and 2, between $10 and $12. But we may not see that until the price comes to about $6.89, which is where the harmonic optimized pricing for the reversal will take place for this bullish crab pattern. So every time I look at this chart, I feel like it shouldn't be this way. At the end of the day, it is. What else? Okay, so I know there's a list I want to go through. So GTII is the next one on the list to look at. GTII right now is just ping-ponging back and forth here based on this hour chart. It's choppy. You can't trade this. You cannot trade GTII right now. I'm not even going to look at the intraday. I'm essentially going to show you how choppy GTII is. And I mean, I drew this out a couple of days ago. Just look at how choppy this is. There's no volume. There isn't a single catalyst that can help GTI move in either direction. So it's just sitting there ping-ponging back and forth. I think Niam, you sent that one in. That's really all I can say about GTI right now. I mean, I wouldn't jump in and trade it for now until the market makes a decision on what it wants to do. Next up is NVOS. Yeah, this was a recent runner. Okay, so we've talked about NVOS. Okay, yeah, David, that's fine. Yeah. Just watch the stream later. Okay, so anyone who watched my stream previously on VOS when the catalyst came in, I made it clear that this was wave. Let's see here. Let's see. This was the top of the run at 35 cents. right? Because when you break NVOS up into two separate legs, you're looking at this initial run here that ran 233%, and then it retraced down by 51%. So this is people taking profit up here, dropping the price down, testing the 200 SMA again along here. So that's leg 1, up, down, 2, and then it's just this to me doesn't count as a leg simply because it's consolidating within this range. This, on the other hand, is leg 2 of the run. You notice that there's a little bit of a doji or spinning top right here on 831, and then bam, look what happens. Price just rocketed up, gapped up between 14 cents, and it opened at 21 cents and pushed it up all the way to 22 cents, almost 23 cents. So where's it at right now? It's, to me, it's obviously clear that price needs to retrace from here to at least a minimum of the 20 SMA, because price uses the 20 SMA as a launch pad. But at some point it needs to hit the 20 again before it can go again. In this case, the 20 is here and the 200 is here. We're looking at a very, I want to say if price continues to go the way it is and doesn't retrace as much, you're looking at a golden cross right here between the 50 and the 200 SMA. That's very bullish. As of right now, as I stated before, how do I know when a stock is trading bullish and when bear's in control? When price is trading above the 200 SMA, which is right here. Price at 14 cents and it's at 27 cents right now. But does that mean that price isn't going to retrace? Of course it's going to retrace. Even if it can still be a bullish stock, but it doesn't mean that it cannot retrace. So as it stands right now, the first drop will be, in my opinion, at least a 16% drop to meet with the 8 EMA. And then from there, I would expect at least a total of 37% drop from where the price is today to meet up with the 8 before some sort of price movement happens again. Okay, so we're looking at something like, this is leg 0 to 1, 2 to 3. Let's say 0 to 1. Yeah, this is 1 to 2, and then this is leg 3, 3 to 4, and then 4 to 5 before the pattern completes up here somewhere. Okay, and then from there you're going to look at a retracement cycle here. Okay, to bring it back down. That is NVOS. So for me, if I was trading this, I would wait right now for this to retrace at least a total of about 40 to 45% before making another entry. And then from there, you can expect some sort of if you're extremely bullish, perhaps another 80 to 100% run to leg 4 to 5. All right, I hope that helps. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's nothing you can do for GTII. You just got to hold for now. ARAV, this is, I think, another stock that our community is looking at and is actively trading. Day chart does not look good. I just got a signal that, a confirmation here that price was oversold, and then it's now out of the oversold. So it's gonna have to continue based on my oscillator to come back down to, price was in the overbought area in the oscillator and it just popped out of the overbought, and so now it needs to retrace down to the oversold area before the cycle can complete again. So this tells me that I would expect some sort of a retracement coming, which is interesting because this other oscillator is telling me that it's still hovering around the oversold area. So that tells me that this could turn back down into the negative, into the oversold area even some more here. Okay, ARAV, I'm not looking at it as being extremely bullish. It's more bearish right now. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, it's definitely looking at being more low. So all-time low is, hang on a second, all-time low is, yeah, it's in a terrible position, very similar to AMC. I mean, 11 cents. So it keeps breaking the lows, and unfortunately right now I don't see anything beyond that. But I do see a pattern on the 10-minute chart, so let's take a look at that really quick. It is a bullish pattern on the 10-minute chart, but you know what? I can't make anything out of it because I don't see anything that can be bullish enough for this ABC pattern to reverse yet. On the 10-minute chart, within the next few hours, I would look at the bottom being around 12 or 13 cents before perhaps making another attempt to break the 13 cents. Okay, I hope that helps. Anything else, guys? Anything else we want to look at? What did I put in the description that we were going to look at? GTII, Apple, NASDAQ, VIRI. VIRI's at $1. Okay, it's still, I mean, the line I drew out here for on the day chart, it's still progressing down towards the 200 SMA, as I stated, what, 2-3 weeks ago, when it was still up here somewhere. The retracement is going to happen down to the 200 SMA at 85 cents. I don't care how pumpers are going to try to pump VIRI. The trajectory is going. This pattern needs to complete. There's no way around it. Okay, so if you're in it for the ride, then yeah, that's the way you're gonna have to do it. Just to hold on tight. Hang on, I just got a message in. Give me just 1 second. Okay, all right, that was just one of my colleagues. All right, so that's VIRI. Not much to update there. I do want to look at VFS because that was funny. That had this massive growth, and I was telling the team, hey, just hang tight because this thing's going back to roughly, I think at the time I said it was like $18. Go back to my videos and see what I said in there. I can't remember. All I remember, my only receipt are the lines I've drawn on these charts. And I believe at the time I mentioned that it was going to hit $18. Someone in the community, can you verify that? I believe I said 18 and stock is at 21.26 right now. I mean, when you look at these charts, it just pops out to me where price starts to climb and where it's eventually going to end. It may take a week. It may take a week and a half. It may take 3 hours. But it's going to happen. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is a massive retracement. Imagine if you bought up here at $84 and you rode all the way down to $21. That's a 77% loss. That's not cool. But you know what? When this all happens, we'll see what happens here. But I think the warrant might have a lot to do with it as well, too. If you bought in on the warrant somewhere down here, 67 cents and rode all the way up to $9.80. That's a 1,322% increase that you made on your return. And congratulations if you did that. All right, wow, that went through that quite fast. Anything else, guys? VFS. Yeah, okay. I was at my call out 1865 for VFS. Yim, I know of all the members, you would be the one to keep me honest. I mean, when it was $80 something and I called 1865 and we're $3 shy from my call out, come on, that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. All right, pat myself on the back for that one. Try not to break my arm. Okay, all right. Is there anything else before I sign off, guys? I just want to make this quick because I have some things I need to get done today. Anyone? Going once? Going twice? I know there's about a 10-second delay between my stream and YouTube, so I'll give everyone a few minutes before we do anything else. Okay, HKit. Okay, yeah, sure, AM. Let's look at HKit real quick here. Holy cow. Oh, that's ugly. That's a 12 million share drop. Last news for HKit was back in June. I can't explain this drop. Let me take a look here real quick and see if we can apply our model. Okay, so where's the 200 SMA at? Oh, was this an IPO back in March? Yeah, I think this was an IPO back in March. That's why it hasn't been around long enough to have a 200-day moving average yet. Okay, so logic tells me that the price started trading back when it opened up for trading on March 31st of 23. It opened at $5, went up to a high of $6.49, low $5, and it closed at $5.56, and the price is now $4.50. So what does that tell you? It took them meaning whoever's, I don't want to say the word manipulated the stock, but it took the people behind HKit 146 days or 100 trading days to jack the price from $5 up to a high of $39.79 to basically knife the investor. I mean, they got gutted in 9 days. It took 100 days to get from 5 to 39.56, and it took 9 days to gut the investors, and everyone became bag holders within 1 day. I mean, does that not sound shitty like what AMC board executives are doing right here? I mean, come on, it's the same BS. It makes me sick. It makes me sick to see this. I vomited a little bit in my mouth when I saw this. There's no news, AM. There's just no news. This is just a pump and dump piece of crap that if you happen to be a retail investor in this stock, you are completely royally screwed. And guess what? Remember, I keep telling you, cycle starts and it ends where it started or below. And then look what they're going to do next. The cycle took 100 days, which is about 3 months for them to program in the algorithm, and then in 1 day screw you over. Stop loss probably got triggered along the way. People sold out of fear. And let me tell you something. If you bought in at $5, $6, $7, $8, $10 and didn't sell up here, I mean, what is the percent gain here? This is actually a good example of what I tell our traders. Stay green, not greedy, because if you're going to be greedy, you're going to get gutted. So this was a 739% run over 3 months. I mean, come on, people. Wake the fuck up. If you had this run in 3 months and did not take profit, you deserve to get your ass handed to you, okay? You deserve this because you are greedy. You're greedy. Get out. when you're, when you're at least 100%, right around here, you should be starting to think about taking profit and then watch what happens. And look at this next leg here. Our traders know that price at a very high percentage will go when it consolidates between the 3.8 and the 20. Look exactly what happened here. Price went up, retraced, went back up again, coming up to the 20, which is the white line, and it hovered with this bullish candlestick formation right here, this evening star formation. And then guess what? It just blew up from there. Even if you missed this first run, which is still really good, you're looking at a 571% run in 1 month on this stock, HKIT. I'll just stop for a second and let you just pause. And just think about what happened here. So let's use this as a teaching moment. How do you know if you should get out? And I've said this before. This is not new. This concept is not new. This should not be new news to you. And I said this earlier in the stream as well. When price hovers around the 3 EMA, which is this yellow line, and it closes above the 8, which is the green line right here, you stay in the trade. You could take profits if you need to, but stay in the trade until you see the first candle that closes below the 8 EMA. And when you see a massive gap between price and the 8 EMA, that is your signal to start thinking about the fact that they're getting ready to knife you. Stop and think about that for a second. This pattern repeats itself over and over and over and over and over again. I'll show you another example. AMC. Let's go back to that run back in the good old days of AMC, the old AMC. All right, look at where price was. It ran really, really, really pretty up here. And then guess what? Let's look at the 8. Let's watch the pattern repeat. The 8 is the green line right here, right? When price is up here, green line's down here at 221. Price is up here at 390. What is that percentage? That's looking like it's around 81%. When you see that big of a gap, you need to start considering the fact that things are going to start going south quickly. Have stop loss in place. Make sure you protect yourself. That's another discussion for another day. It's the same with VFS. This is the same example that I've told our traders in VFS, right? So look at the 8 EMA here, $48.86. 3 EMA is $69, and the top of this price is $93. Look at the spacing between the moving averages versus the price. When you see the space start to expand literally almost exponentially, it becomes a pyramid. And guess what? The guy that's sitting at the top, or the people that are sitting at the top, they are going to screw you. They're going to sell under you, and this is exactly what happened over a period of 7 trading days. That's almost 100% loss in 7 days. So you need to work out your trade management, figure out what is profitable to you. And then if you notice here, when I stated that as soon as price closes below the first candle on a run that closes below the 8 EMA, that's it. It's game over. And look what happened here with VFS. As soon as this first candle knifed down and closed below the 8 EMA, every other candle followed after that, and it respects the 3 EMA respectively as it went up, the 3 and the 8. You just gotta mirror the two going up and down. That is how you see the repeating pattern over and over and over. This is something that that's taken me many losses over the years, and looking at many charts to essentially break down what works in terms of determining the entry, how to stay in the trade, and when to exit the trade profitably. And this is, I mean, you just understand this simple concept, that will keep you out of trouble. Okay? All right, I've rambled on enough. If there's nothing else, I'm gonna check out here and be done with today's trading because it's really depressing. You know what? Just for fun, I'm gonna take a peek at this stock, ASRE. Shh, don't tell anyone, especially the pumpers. 4-hour chart. Hang on a second here. Let me look at the 1-hour chart, 1-day chart really quick. So 40 cents. Okay, so it's following this bearish pattern on the day chart, and I made a call out that it should hit 23 cents. Oh, thanks. Aim is saying, hearing you speak live to the chart is awesome. I always leave learning something new. I hope so. Even if you learn something old, right? Repetition is the key to mastery. That's why I'm going to sound like a broken record, because I mean, I'm going to have to repeat myself consistently over and over and over. That's what I did to myself when I was training myself how to trade. I consistently looked and searched for what were the commonalities between all these charts. What did they have in common? Which moving averages, basically, if I took a set of moving averages and flop it on any time frame, any ticker, are they going to tell me the same story? Right? And at the end of the day, that was my conclusion, that these very specific moving averages are being looked at by many thousands of traders out there, and by algorithms, and basically the world of trading, in my opinion, are using these moving averages to determine price movement, when the best entry is, when the best exit strategy is, based on what you're seeing. So you want to go with the flow. You want to ride along with smart money and not against smart money, because in the world of trading, we're little ants running around that can just be stepped on. I mean, I don't want to be stepped on. I've already been stepped on enough. I mean, just look at AMC's pricing today, right? So yeah, so I'm gonna look at ASRE really quick. So on the day chart, come back and fact check me. It closed below the 8 here on 822, right? Price came up, spiked up here on 823, but then it kind of just danced around a little bit here on this wave 4 to 5, which makes a lot of sense because the retracement leg was 3 to 4, then 4 to 5. Now that 4 to 5 is completed, it never hit the optimized pricing target at 51 cents. So this is the bearish pattern, and this is the sharp bearish pattern here that terminated here. There are still, let's see here, I usually look at 30 candles. So something's gonna happen by 9:20. So that's in a couple of weeks, okay? I'll just put this out there. I would expect to see price retrace from leg 5 to leg 5 to A by 5/20 some time frame. Okay, I'm just going to throw this out there. Come back and check me on September 20th. Hey, Nim, I'm going to count on you to come back and fact check me for ASRE. Okay, you guys are my receipts here for these price call out. So yeah, so 5 to A up to B, B to C to complete the cycle at somewhere around 12 cents. I mean, sitting here weeks before things unfold, that just seems like, oh my God, is that really going to happen? I've seen enough charts to know that yes, that shit happens, and nothing goes to the moon forever, despite what the pumpers are going to tell you. Okay, all right. Seriously, guys, anything else you want me to ramble on before I close out this live? No, nothing. Going once, going twice. All right, before I go, I want to make one last quick shout out to Zoeyella at ZOEY Ella. She beat me to 50 subscribers fair and square, and I promised her I would do a shout out on one of my live or my video for her. So she's cute, she's adorable, she's creative, she's funny, she is the light of my life. So if you guys have children, consider subscribing to her. She'll entertain you, I promise you. She's a funny little gal. All right, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.